Welcome back to the Adaptive Athlete Podcast, the place for conversations with adaptive athletes in the CrossFit space and beyond. I'm your host, Matt Hotho. On today's episode, I'm talking with Julia Halberstam. Julia is an adaptive athlete who competes in the upper 2-point division and placed second at the 2025 CrossFit Adaptive Games. Julia was born with cupped hands. Her fingers were fused together, and she shares how doctors created functional hands for her that give her the ability to live an active life. But this conversation goes beyond the gym. Julia's in nursing school working towards becoming a forensic nurse because she believes everyone needs somebody in their corner during hard times. We talk about how we met at the Sea Dog Summer Showdown, why adaptive athletes see the world differently, and what it means to stop trying to fit in and start standing out. Now, before we get started, a quick content warning. This episode does briefly discuss Julia's work supporting sexual assault survivors. We don't go into graphic detail, but if you need to skip that section, it starts around the 33-minute mark. So here's my conversation with Julia Halberstam. Welcome back to the Adaptive Athlete Podcast. I'm here with Julia Halberstam. Julia, how's it going?
It's good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I have been laughing for the last 15 minutes that we've been talking. So y'all are in for a treat today. This is wonderful. Julia, I thought we'd start people off with just how we met at Sea Dog in 2024. I'd love for you to tell the story of what you remember from when I walked up to your tent holding Chick-fil-A.
So I was at Sea Dog. I was just casually just hanging out with the group of people I went with. And this man just walked up with Chick-fil-A and just was very happy and wanted to get to know us. And we didn't know why. So on the outside, I did not know he had a disability. I thought he was trying to sell a church to us. So I said no thanks.
You thought I was trying to tell you about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I was holding Chick-fil-A, probably.
Yes.
I had all the markers.
You did. It was just that you were very happy. And I was just not ready for this. Not used to that competition, someone coming up so happy.
So if I had told you, hey, you know what, tomorrow morning before the Sunday competition starts, we're doing a Bible study at 6.
I'm so down. Let's go.
Okay, noted.
I might have not shown up.
Fair. Okay, well, that is not quite how I remember it, but that's okay. No, I remember seeing you and Brian and Summer just hanging out, and I'm trying to meet all these adaptive athletes, partly because of the podcast, trying to get to know more people. And I do forget sometimes that my disability is a little bit more invisible, especially compared to you, Brian. And I just walk up and I think, oh yeah, we're part of the same crew together. I remember seeing you guys at the games, that kind of thing. Yeah. And then you just go, who are you? And I'm like, oh, sorry. I'm one of you.
I would have never guessed. I just thought you were a very happy-go-lucky guy that just wanted to talk to everyone.
I love it. I mean, I am a happy-go-lucky guy who does want to talk to everybody. It fits well for the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, it works. That was actually, Sea Dog was a phenomenal competition. Are you going back this year, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Me too. I think it's May 2nd through May 2nd and 3rd or 3rd and 4th.
Yes, I think it's the first week of May. I know it's later this year compared to last year.
Yeah. Awesome. Good. Yeah. How can people find out about the Sea Dog Summer Showdown?
The way that I found out about it was Instagram. They have a great Instagram page that I think they give every detail, and the workouts are already starting to come out for some.
Yeah,
so even if you don't aren't adaptive, there is spots for, how do I say it? Normal body.
Able-bodied.
Normal.
The regular folk.
Quotation.
The ones without the trauma from growing up with a disability.
Who can actually do quotation marks. I know people comment on that. I'm like, I say it because I can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't do air quotes. Anybody on this podcast who doesn't know you yet is probably wondering what we're joking about. So can you fill us in on why you can't do air quotes and why it was really hard to throw signs in a sorority?
Oh my gosh. So I was born with cup hands. What that means is when you were born, when I was born, my hands were not fully developed. They were fused together. So all my fingers were fused together and not fully developed. So when I came to America, the best doctors in the world who made my fingers so beautiful created fingers for me by taking some parts of my body, like skin and skin grafts, to be able to create these hands for me.
Yeah. So you seem to have some bones in there that then they were kind of able to make more fingers out of. Yeah.
I have phalanges.
You look great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And they work really well for CrossFit.
My sorority sign is almost there. Go 5U.
Exactly. There you go. Go 5U. Exactly. Did you have, do sororities have handshakes as well? The boys do.
We're not allowed to say.
Oh, you're not even allowed to say if you have one or not? Uh-oh, I might have just broken a code of Theta Chi fraternity.
You did. I'm going to get banished somehow and just be on this podcast and just disappear.
They're going to like disappear me. Like we're just going to be talking, all of a sudden some guy's just going to come in and throw a red Theta Chi hood over me and I'm out.
Yep. I would be like, well, nice knowing you.
He's gone. And then you take over the podcast.
Yeah, I'm perfect for it.
If you took over the podcast, who's the first person you would interview?
Does it have to be an adaptive athlete?
It does not.
Oh, my friend Summer. She's the best.
She is the best.
We would just cackle the whole time. It would be great.
Yes. She is hilarious. She was also at Sea-Dog with you.
She was. Yeah, I'm trying to convince her to come back, but she has been dealing with some injuries.
Did she compete at Sea-Dog?
Last year, yes. Yeah. So my friend Keegan and Summer competed together.
Oh, that's right. Right. I remember that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I actually met Kelly and Adam at the CrossFit Games last year, as in 2024. They were the ones that obviously introduced me to Sea-Dog, and then I found them on Instagram and I decided to go, and then I convinced Summer and Keegan because I don't want to be alone. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. And actually that's good to fill in about Sea-Dog is that while it's actually one of the largest adaptive competitions outside of the games in the United States, it also has a great mixed doubles, and I think same-sex and mixed pairs are the only other. It only is a pairs competition outside of adaptive.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Have you done any pairs competitions like RX and adaptive?
Yes. So I've actually competed probably over 20 times, not as an adaptive athlete. I will base it off of weight because I am not a big weightlifter. I'm trying to get there. But yeah, so I've done a bunch of RX and I've done a bunch of scaled workouts. I recently just did Vector with my friend Adam, and we placed 5th out of 24 people. So that's crazy to see because that competition, so that honestly, that competition for scaled, I think it's more intermediate because you have to do toes to bar, you have to do pull-ups. So you really do have to do a lot of more of the advanced movements like at the open. So I think that's a great competition, but I just love doing competitions, especially like with people. And plus it's fun to beat people who are a normal body and I'm adaptive.
Right. No, 100%.
Let's just add that in.
Anytime we're doing a workout in the gym that I can do RX and I beat somebody, I make sure they know about it on the leaderboard.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had hooks on.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second too, how you adapt to hang on to the rig, because that is super cool. Okay, when you're at these competitions, do you mention to the organizers that you're an adaptive athlete? Do they raise that at all? Do you use it as a platform to raise awareness?
So at first, I am not going to lie, I hid a lot of it as much as possible because I wasn't as comfortable being so open about being adaptive. So for the longest time, I would just tell them when I had to use certain adaptive equipments. I wouldn't really say anything ahead of time unless I felt that I needed to, just to give them awareness that I have to use something different.
Right.
Most of the people were very open about it. There was some competitions that still saw it as not cheating, but an advantage until they actually saw me in person and saw why. Because I think they just assumed that I was just using them because that's what I would do.
That's how you trained or something like that.
Yes. Yeah. And then they realized that I actually had an adaptive disability. And they're like,
you threw up the 5U sign and they went, nope, that doesn't work.
Yes. And I think the best part is too, is like when I was doing some of these competitions, I would tell my judge, but the other judges or head judge might not have known. And they like run up to me and I was like, I don't have fingers. I'm allowed to use this.
You're like, whoa, stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So like some people, like, it's so funny because I think it's funny because I'm like the people's faces when they see, they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm fine.
Right. Well, and you talked about a little bit about how you used to hide it. So what's
Yes.
that journey been for you of like coming out of your shell a little bit about like, okay, I'm adaptive. This is who I am, and almost leading from that.
Yeah. It has been a challenge. And I think the last year or two, I really have come out. And I think by accepting and being involved in the adaptive community has really helped in that sense. I was bullied as a kid.
Yeah.
Kids were not very nice. So it was very hard to be able to like show my hands because you never know what someone's going to say. And I know a lot of people, it wasn't intentional, and because like we stare when something's different and we don't even realize. So I am trying to push more now. Instead of staring, just ask questions. So like if I see someone staring now, I will tell them, I'm like, this is why, and this is what's going on, because a lot of people don't know. And everyone with change or anything different, they see it. They're not like necessarily being rude or mean about it. It's just they aren't aware. So that's the only thing I can do is make people aware. And especially for kids that like are going through that period of time that I was going through and never had someone with a disability to really like stand up for me and kind of stand up for all of us. We all kind of were together because we all had a disability, but it was very different when we were out on our own. So yes, like when I was with my family, we were all different. We didn't see difference, like whatever, like we make fun of each other. Like in high school, I used to steal my sister's leg. She couldn't walk. So like we made a joke about it, but it's like when we were by ourselves is when it was really hard for us.
Yeah. So I don't think I knew that part of your story. I mean, I think you'd posted a picture of your brother who has some similar upper limb impairments as well. But all of your siblings who are adopted have some sort of a limb difference or something like that?
Yeah. So I was more fortunate. I do have my full arms. I do have different hands, and I don't have toes on my left side or a big toe on my right side, which makes a difference.
100%. Weightlifting?
Yes.
Yeah.
But my other siblings were born with no legs or missing arms. Majority of them don't have the forearm part of their arms, and then the shin part of your legs. So they do have prosthetic legs and prosthetic arms. They don't really use the prosthetic arms. We have grown up not needing all that. So we have really adapted ourselves. So they didn't need it. So it's great. So
I think that's sort of beautiful and tragic what you're describing about how home was this safe place for you to be surrounded by an adaptive community that was literally your family.
Yeah.
But then that feeling of leaving home was this unsafe place where people were mean and teased you and did the things that kids do when they don't know any better, right?
Yeah. Well, even adults, there's a lot of adults don't teach their kids this, or they are doing the same behavior a kid would do. They would laugh, they stare or comment, or they just make you feel out of place because you are different and because they were never taught that when they were growing up. So they don't really know. And it's hard not to take that personally because a lot of people just don't know better, but it's personal too, because like, I already know I'm different. You don't have to tell me, nor do you have to stare.
Right.
So it's hard. So sometimes I think adults are worse than kids.
Okay. When you, I saw that you gave a speech at was it Carbon Fiber John's Foundation, the Maryland Athletic Foundation?
Yeah.
Was that related to this? Did you kind of put together a speech about can you tell me a little bit about that experience?
Oh, that was my very first time ever talking about growing up as being disabled. And it was the first time my mom heard it. So she knew that we were getting teased as a kid, but she didn't really know the extent of it. So it was like really hard to be able to not only explain it to others, but also tell your mom, who all she wanted to do was protect you in every way possible, but also let you grow and learn. But so it was a great experience. The gala was amazing. Everyone there was amazing people. They really truly care about the adaptive community. And I just love speaking and talking to them and telling them a little bit about myself.
And it was like a fundraiser for that? Okay.
For the foundation. So just a little bit about his foundation and kind of what I've been helping with. He does adaptive days, which I think every gym should have. Everyone should be well aware of all the adaptive athletes that are out there, especially with their limitations and how they're not actual limitations anymore. And that they can do what you're doing. I love doing the adaptive days because we're not only teaching about my adaptiveness, we are also teaching people who are in wheelchairs. We're also teaching people with one leg. So I think it is an amazing area because you never know who's going to walk into your gym. Because I have personally have never been turned away from a gym for my being adaptive, but I also have walked into a gym and people don't know what to do, what to say. So I think this is really opens people's eyes of like, hey, if we do have an adaptive athlete coming to our gym, we're prepared. We're ready for them. We want to show them that they can do this. They're welcome no matter the limitation.
Do you often go to those as like a subject matter expert on the upper 2-point kind of stuff? And
yes. Yeah. So I will jump in as many gyms as I can. But I do mainly go for upper 2. There's not a lot of difference in some aspects. Yes, we do have struggle holding onto the bar. But a lot of it we can do. So it's great to see for myself, even to see some of my fellow adaptive athletes, what they have to go through. And I think that just opens your eyes and everybody's eyes to like something new.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. What, speaking of kind of the equipment you have to use as an upper 2-point, what are a couple of the equipment things you need? I mean, I assume straps for holding onto the barbell, right?
Yes.
When you're doing cycling.
Yes. So for the barbell, I use, there's a Rogue leather. I actually just ripped them today, so I have to order a new pair. They get some wear and tear.
Yeah.
But it's just your regular lifting straps. There's a certain pair that I like the best that you don't have to wrap multiple times over the bar because it's already hard enough to hold onto the bar. So why would I add like strap after strap after strap to be able to hold on? So I like the one that you could just strap once and be able to hold on. For the rig and any gymnastic movements besides bar muscle ups, I do have hooks. They're actually 2 different kinds. The one that I use is Harbinger. I specifically like their hooks that they have on their deadlift hooks because it enables me to be able to hold on to the hook itself.
Okay.
So some of them are too short and it's too close to the bar or the rig itself. So I can't hold on because I'm strapped to my wrist. So if I can't hold on to that hook, that's all pressure on my wrist.
Right. Whereas when you can hold on to the hook, it's almost like you're holding on to like a tiny bar that's attached to a bigger bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and the other one, I cannot remember the name of the strap itself because it's been a while. But I just like their strap better than the Harbinger one because I have fallen off the rig many times with the Harbinger because it's sewed, the hook is sewed on.
Okay.
But the other one you could strap it on so it's extra secure so it's not tearing off.
Oh wow.
If that makes sense. So it's Velcro twice in there compared to just being sewed.
Okay. How many times have you fallen off the rig?
Probably 6 times.
Okay. Because you do like butterfly and like you yeah.
It's trial and error for sure. I did get my gym a little on edge because there was like in the same week I fell off twice.
Oh my gosh.
I am used to it. I have never fallen off except for the last time both hooks broke and then I flew off. But normally it's just one and I'm just dangling there and someone has to help.
So how did you, because I've seen you can do butterfly pull-ups and chest to bar. Yeah. How did you learn that? Did you just learn it while hooked onto the rig?
Yes. So I honestly want to tell everyone, everything you should start strict. The best thing I ever did was to be able to do big chunks of stuff strict, be able to help me with the butterfly and the kipping. But I basically it's just practice. You just it's just getting that motion down and learning how to do it. And then, so the hard part for me is that I'm doing metal on metal. So once the rubber goes on my hooks, I have hard control over. So sometimes I'm doing chest to bar like this.
Oh my
sometimes
gosh.
I'm doing
like
chest
a
to bar
narrow grip or a wide grip.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it's a little hard. I just kind of had to get used to being able to push it out. So everyone's like, oh, that must be easier. I'm like, no, I use all these different muscles to have to push it out while I'm trying to do my butterflies. Yeah. So it's just practice. I've always loved the look of the butterfly. So I was like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Well, and I would imagine that so much of it is also from your hip drive that
Yeah.
As you master that, it probably helps
Yes.
with that as well.
Yes. Yep. It's just more control of like staying on the bar.
Yes.
Instead of being all over the place.
Do you bring like spares with you then when you go to competitions?
So funny part is, one of the competitions I did, it was local. It was vector again. I broke one of my hooks in the middle of the competition. And I say this because it was like a toes to bar and box jumps, which is my two favorite things. I had to sprint out to my car, grab my extra pair, and come back in, and I still beat 17s.
Seriously?
That's like my best story. Because I was like, that's how great I love toes to bar and box
jumps. The clock is running. You leave the competition floor.
Yes.
Sprint to your car.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I come back in, I strap up, and I get right back in, and we still beat people.
That's amazing.
That's like, I know. I was a little shoulder.
That's got to be where that soccer and cross country background comes into, where you're like,
I don't think I've ever sprinted that fast.
Yeah. Wow.
I felt bad because I have a teammate too. Oh. And I know, but still to this day, I still don't bring a spare. And I'm like, why? I should have learned.
Why not?
Yeah. I have like 12 hooks in my bag now. And
good.
The straps are a little bit more expensive. So I have just 2 sets of those or 2 pairs.
Although those probably don't wear out as quickly.
Yes and no. It does strap, like Velcro after a while, once you start Velcroing in and out, in and out, in and out. And this is like almost every day, multiple times a day. So it does have some wear and tear, and it's slowly starting to like peel a little bit. But
yeah. What's you said multiple times a day. What does your training look like? Do you train like
yes.
Morning and evening?
No. So he will program a good chunk of weightlifting, and then sometimes he'll do 3 different workouts where it's like 12 minutes, but he will make sure that I take a good break in between each one. It all depends on the week and what he has programmed the rest of the week. So he's really good. He knows me well. He knows that I need to work on snatch. Okay. He knows I need to work the rope climb. So it's a lot of that.
Oh my gosh, a rope climb. Did you?
Yes.
You had those this year, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I did. So last year or the year before, I probably 3 months before the games, I got my first rope climb, and I was petrified. And I was like, I don't even care if I'm last.
Right.
Going up.
Yeah.
But this year, it was just it was a lot. It was, I think it was 7 rope climbs, and that's a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. They always cut the reps for neuro because we only had 3. But
no, we had.
Okay. Yeah.
We had a lot. I was like, by 3, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore.
That workout, that was the grip reaper workout, right? With the deadlifts okay.
Yep.
So I think for some divisions, it was probably like a 5-minute workout, maybe?
Yes. I think I got it in 5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It was, so I had chest to bar, and then I had deadlifts, which I'm great. Those 2 are fine. I looked at the rope, I was like, time to go up.
57 seconds.
My
goal was in training. I was like, I think I hit sub 50, and then I just boofed on the first rope climb and hung there and had to catch my legs. But yeah.
Okay, well, can you teach me your ways? Rope climb for me, it's literally
it starts with hands.
My one rope climb is like 57 seconds. So you're like, I'm done, and I'm like, I have one rope climb.
I don't know what it would be like if I couldn't grip. I think the hardest thing for me is getting my right leg, because my whole right side's affected, getting my right leg to do the clamp.
Okay.
To grab the rope. And if my right leg loses sense of where it's at related to the rope, it's like I just have to stop, hang, catch it again, and then continue up. It helps being 6'2" as well, because on that rope, it was just like one pull, tap. Thank God. But I don't know. You've got good coaches. You'll get that one figured out for sure.
No, he's been amazing. Brandon, it's called Breaking Plates. He's a great coach. He was a games athlete before, so he really knows and understands the mindset going into the games. And he really does help with your struggles. I told him from the beginning, I really want to work on my snatches and rope climbs. I have gotten 10 times better. Yeah. But the hardest part for rope climbs is I also don't have toes on my left side. So clamping is really hard to find somewhere to clamp, especially if you're trying to rush it. And then on top of that, it's hard to hold on. So I have multiple things that I have to think of just to climb a rope.
Right.
So I actually use my wrist to hold on. So I will
That makes
use
sense.
my inner wrist. I do that for bar muscle ups. When I jump, I will hold the bar onto my wrist and then pull myself up because I can't use my hooks.
Right. Once you flipped.
So, yes. Yeah, that's the hardest part. I would be fine getting up to that point, but I don't know how to unhook myself and then push myself over.
So then wait a second. Can you cycle bar muscle ups?
I do very quick singles. So I will do strict. Yep.
I would imagine, because if you cycled that slam back down onto from the top back down would be pretty painful, I would think.
Yeah, I can't hold on. After I'm at the top, getting down, I basically like slip right off and then have to get back on.
Okay, fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
So it's a great time.
It's like a crazy dismount.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, it's so aggressive when you get down. I was like, I can't hold on.
Okay. But despite all of those challenges, because in upper two point, right? It's just you can touch the bar with 2 points of contact. So some people in your division of upper 2 point, have impairments in both hands, obviously, but don't have any impairments in their feet, and maybe can grip fully with one hand. Maybe you're impaired on both hands and both feet in little ways, or big ways when it comes to your left foot. But what did that mean for you this year? Then getting second. Because that's huge.
It is like the hardest thing sometimes. And I think I have learned a lot compared to the first year I did it. I really did get upset because I was like, it's not fair. Like they have a full hand. But it's also like I also have an advantage too, because a lot of them don't have another hand. I do. So that's a huge advantage too. So I see it now as, okay, fine. They don't have one arm, or they have one arm, full arm, but can still do 2 points of contact, but has a full hand. Okay. But I'm coming in with two able arms and hands technically, and being able to do this. So I think it's incredible to work with these girls because our limitations honestly balance each other out at the same time. And this year getting second, it meant a lot more to me because I am like, man, I have two hands exactly the same. And I'm still able to keep up with these women that are holding onto these dumbbells, no problem, and being able to throw them up. And I had to adapt and find a way to be able to stick with them. So I think I was really proud of myself for being able to not only feel the same level with them compared to last year, and then being able to succeed in the sense compared to the year before.
Yeah, for sure. What was one of your proudest moments from the games?
Honestly, it was a lifting one. I have never ever even come close to any lifting competition winning necessarily. So I did tie for first for the complex, which I was very excited for myself because the one girl coming in, she was like, I'm going to put this on the bar. I was like, I will not ever be able to touch that. And we tied, and it was like just a proud moment of myself because that's something I've been really working on. Especially coming in that I have to strap up with 2 straps. And it takes a lot of pressure on my wrist and being able to move that weight. So that was like my proudest moment.
I would assume that complex was pretty hard too, from a grippy standpoint too, right? Because you went deadlift, 2 hang power cleans. Is that right? Or 2 full cleans?
I think we had a deadlift, power clean, push jerk, I believe. God, I feel like it's so far.
No, it's okay. I know it went 1, 2, 3. Like it was like 1 deadlift, 2 of a clean of some kind, and then 3 push jerks or something like that.
Yeah. We had 2 power cleans, I believe. I don't think we had hangs.
You'd have to go. If
not, then I did it completely wrong.
No, ours was from the hang. I remember that. You know what? I think I remember talking to you about it, and you were like, "I'm really glad it's a full clean or a clean from the ground instead of having to catch it in that hang position."
Yes, the hardest part for having straps, and especially I'm sure the other girls feel the same way, is that it loosens when you come down for the second time. So you might have that deadlift, a good grip on it, but like that pressure and the release coming back down to pull it back up, it releases a lot more. So you're really depending on your hands to be able to pull it back up.
Yeah. Do you still chalk your hands then when you lift?
I chalk everything.
Okay.
I chalk my legs, I chalk my face, my hands. I'm covered in chalk all the time.
You're that chalk person who's like putting like spots under their eyes. You're like,
there's actually a photo of me that I literally looked at Summer and like the group of girls and Mark and Keegan. I was like with the chalk. I was like, I'm ready.
I'm ready to go. There's also a hilarious picture of you that we'll have to use for the episode artwork of you flicking it off the camera.
It's my go-to now because everyone in my gym like obviously knows who I am. So I will flick them off and they're like, what's that? And then I'll be like, here, it's growing.
You throw another one behind it?
That's funny. I go, There you go. There's my finger. But I was like, it's a nice middle finger because it's not a full one.
It's very demure.
Yeah.
Very
it
mindful.
Is demure. And sometimes people can't see it.
Right,
So I'm
exactly.
like, oh, did you even know?
You didn't even know I was flicking you off.
Yeah.
And you suck. You are a terrible human being. Not you, the person you're flicking.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's the only time I'll ever use that.
Can I interest you in a lightning round?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
All right. If we can get rid of one movement that like just never happens again in CrossFit, what would it be?
Snatch.
Gone forever.
Gone forever.
Okay.
Never have to do it.
What's your favorite way to spend a rest day?
So I sneakily work out.
On your rest day?
Yes. So ever since I got Breezy, I love going on walks and hikes with her. So that is technically my rest day.
Okay.
But I do sneak into the gym so I can see people.
Okay. If you can have a cheat meal, what's your cheat meal going to be?
All candy.
All candy?
Just nothing else, just candy.
Okay. What kind of candy? What do we go for?
Sour Patch Kids, the caramel, like the cow tails.
What are cow tails?
I'm baffled right now.
What is the cow tail?
Oh my gosh. It's like goodness in the center. It's like cream, like I don't even know. It's so good. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like there's like a white cream in the center and it's like wrapped like basically in like caramel.
Oh my gosh.
I'm probably describing this so wrong, but that's what I love cow tails. Wow. I will eat an entire bag. I am a candy fiend.
So they come in a bag?
Yes.
They're like Twizzlers?
Some of them come in. No. So there's a cow tail is like just a long, like stick looking, but it's just, so like, have you ever seen like a pumpkin roll?
Yes.
So it's just like a pumpkin roll, but it's like smaller.
Okay.
So like, you know how it's like the cream fill and then it has like the goodness on side holding it all together.
Yes.
I cannot believe you've never had a cow tail.
I've never had a cow tail.
Okay, well, I'm sending you some cow tails. Okay. Or next time I see you at Sea Dog, I'm giving you a cow tail and I'm going to like eat it in front of you.
What if I walk up to your tent? What if I walk up to your tent at Sea Dog with like a clergy collar on and I'm in like all black?
I'm going to ask for some holy water. Bless me right there. As I give you a cow tail.
There we go. Thank you. Your indulgences. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Let's see here. What's a goal that you're currently working towards?
Does it have to be like fitness related?
No, it does not have to be fitness related.
I want to be a forensic nurse. I have been working towards that and I just want to graduate nursing school, be a forensic nurse and help those in need.
What does a forensic nurse do?
So anytime that someone comes in that is sexually assaulted, they will do a rape kit on them. So I'm there for them at the hardest times, and really just making sure that everything gets done to make sure that we can proceed with that.
Yeah. And that, we were trying to schedule a podcast earlier this week. And actually that connects with something that I realized we're switching gears to that clutch here. That's okay. That happens, I think, when people are just funny and then get serious. But like, we were supposed to have a podcast 2 nights ago and you actually couldn't join because you were on call. And so something that you do with your spare time when you're not fitnessing and when you're not living your life is you're on call for a sexual assault victims hotline?
Yes. So I do after hours during the week and on the weekends. I work on the hotline and I also do hospital accompaniments. So if someone were to call and say they were sexually assaulted and go into the hospital to be able to get a rape kit done, I will sit with them and talk to them about their options, talk about how we can help them and making sure that they get everything that they need and are as comfortable as possible despite the situation. So
yeah. I mean, I just want to, that's an amazing selfless thing to do. That's really, no, I mean, it's like, when you were talking about just your background and kind of just trying to find community and purpose in this world that can sometimes feel so mean and cruel and that kind of thing to say, you know what, I'm going to stop that cycle. In some ways, I'm going to be someone who stands in the place to be there with people who are going through something really hard. I just think
we all need somebody. And I think one of the hardest part is finding that person that you connect with to be able to help you get through this hard time. So I want to be that person for somebody that might be getting bullied and being able to stand up for themselves in a way that I couldn't that I was so alone at a young age. And then coming into this field, I want to be someone who something so important was taken away from them. And I want to be that person to be able to help them to gate it back in a sense.
Yeah, of course. I think that just speaks to the resiliency of adaptive athletes and like our ability to just, this might be overspeaking it, but I think we see the world a little differently.
We do. We 1,000% do.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying everybody is like this. Some people just see black and white. That's their mindset. They don't see this is how it's supposed to be. And I think growing up as an adaptive athlete, being in an adaptive community, we are able to see everything. Like no matter what it is, we like thrive to see change and difference in people. We don't want to see the black and white. I want to know the weirdest thing about you and what your trauma is, because it just makes you human, because the people walking around like you don't have issues, you don't have flaws is boring. I would never imagine me saying this, but I'm happy I'm an adaptive person, because I'm not just this thing or person out there. Like I am different, and we all should be proud that the fact that we're different, because who wants to be the same person that we see on TV, the same people we see on the internet? Like, cool. You're fit, you're model. Cool. Guess what? I can flip you off and you don't even know it.
Right. Well, and I think, yes, all of that is so just true. And when we find a community where we're able to just also realize that we're not alone, that also just sort of gives us like energy.
A power.
Yeah.
It gives us a power in a sense.
Yeah. Yay. I think, I realized this was our lightning round, but I like where that went, because I think that's so true that that's something that we all relate to as adaptive athletes. So sometimes when I think about who's listening to this podcast, right, I think about parents of kids with adaptive athletes, right? Or kids who might be adaptive athletes one day. Adaptive athletes themselves who are trying to just find a community, find a place to belong. I think about practitioners that are caring for kids who need to know that like, you're special, not special in a weird way, but like special in like, you have a superpower. You have a superpower that's going to be compassion, that's going to be understanding, that's going to be caring for people because of what you've gone through.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it really does make a person, like going through these traumas or going through these hardships, like makes you who you are. And I think that's like a beautiful thing, even though it's hard. Hey, you got here. Yeah. You're here and you're doing something.
Yeah. 100%. All right. So as we get ready to kind of wrap up our time together, I just really have one last question for you, unless you have another question for me, but I have one last question for you.
Okay. All right.
If you could go back and talk to a younger version of yourself, what would you tell her to encourage her?
I would just tell her, that's hard. It like makes me upset just because it's not to hide it, because just because you are different doesn't make you weird, doesn't make you not less of a person. I would just tell them to keep going and not give up and just be who you are. And to be honest, if people don't accept you for that, why would you want them in your life? Because I, as a kid, was fighting for people that aren't good people, like the popular crowd, the ones that got everything. Everyone loved them because they did sports, and I just tried to fit in as much as possible, but I was meant to stand out in a different way. And the group of people that I have now, some people are like, oh, they're not cool. They're not this. Who cares? They're my people. They have my back. They trust me 100%. And they see me for me. And half of them don't even realize that I'm different anymore. They just see me as me. And that's 100%. All I ask for. And that's what I want. This little stuff with me is like, you'll find your people and just keep going.
I love that, Julia. Thanks so much for being on the podcast.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for joining us for this episode of the podcast. Julia said something that stuck with me since we recorded this, that she's happy to be an adaptive athlete because being different is what makes us human. That's the kind of perspective shift that only comes from lived experience, from knowing what it's like to fight for acceptance and then realizing the real power is being exactly who you are. If you're listening to this and you're trying to fit in with people who don't see you, Julia's message is clear. Find your people. The ones who have your back, who trust you 100%, who don't even notice you're different anymore because they just see you. In fact, there's a couple of ways in our CrossFit community that you can do that right now. The first one is you can register for the CrossFit Open. Even if you're just getting started in CrossFit or you don't know what the CrossFit season looks like, you can register for the Open. You can do that by getting classified at wheelwad.com and by registering on Competition Corner. If you have any questions, DM me. I'm happy to help you navigate that process. And the other thing that you can do is if you're a seasoned CrossFit athlete, I would love for you to consider reaching out to your local news affiliate and telling your story. They're always looking for stories, and stories like ours are some of the most compelling stories because someone watching their 8 o'clock morning news, drinking their cup of coffee, might see your story and realize, oh, wait a second, my cousin is adaptive. My cousin could be doing adaptive CrossFit, or my child could be doing adaptive CrossFit, and we can grow this community. So if this conversation resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And while you're at it, you can follow Julia on Instagram at StayAdaptive. I'm Matt Hotho, and I'll see you next time.